I'm Tiger Height, and I'm here to make NWA Powerrr return to the Robots' final show and Pro Wrestling Majestic again. Robarts, not robots. I'm a fucking idiot sometimes. I mean, of all of the shows here, this one was by far the best, even with the circumstances given, which we will get into literally in the first match. But I think they actually turned this around quite well, and thank God this was the final one. I am so sick and tired of them sitting there jerking off this arena, whatever the hell it is. It's actually starting to get on my damn nerves. So our first match, it's still for the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. But there is a twist here. One of the tag team champion holders, I think it was Ella Envy, had the flu. So she was literally not there. She was essentially bedridden. So it was a 2-on-1 handicap match. It was Kylie Paige taking on Missa Kate and Ruthie J for the titles, 2-on-1 handicap. Was that the right call? No. I think they should have done something a little bit different. To me personally, I would have done some sort of shenanigans from the word go. Because at the very least then, you still protect Pretty Empowered. They still look like credible contenders. And then you can do this match when everybody is healed up. But they didn't do that. They had an interference by Kenzie Paige with the Kenzie Cutter for literally one person defending the tag team champions by herself. And just keep in mind, she's the heel. This is a very TNA, like TNA circa 2007 move. Did Hulk Hogan book this? I'm pretty sure Hulk Hogan booked this. Anyway, this was an out of nowhere decision. They had to do what they could. I would have done it tremendously different, but to what I saw, the action at the very least was passable. I'm going to give this an Orange Cassidy thumbs up because I liked more than I hated. And a lot of my criticisms are based on the decisions made even before the bell. So I can't necessarily fault the actual competitors in this circumstance. I can only do what I can. But then we go right into our NWA Women's World Champion match when Kenzie Paige, who was out there already, taking on Miss Starr. And once again, they're both heels. Why did we have to churn Miss Starr or Samantha Starr heel before this match? It was the dumbest decision because it was super awkward. This was a really awkward title match because they are both trying to be heels. They literally were pandering to the crowd as heels, making them boo. So the energy was shot out of it because there's no babyface dynamic. It's the NWA. Traditional stuff. Heel babyface. It's a lot easier to pull off, especially because both of them are younger. They don't have the experience to pull off a heel. Look at Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. The only reason that worked is because they were, 20, 25-year veterans. They knew how to work a babyface match. These two are not the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. They don't have the experience to manipulate it to where a heel works. In some cases it can. It really can. But in this circumstance, it just didn't. Anyway, it was a Kenzie Cutter for the win. The action in the ring was passable. It was 100% passable. We had the little lackey hit, I would say, the worst goddamn forearm I've ever seen in the entire world after. And then Miss Starr hit Starstruck on the heel champion. Are we trying to get sympathy for Kenzie Paige? She's a heel with a heel faction. What the hell are we doing? She literally interfered in another title match right before this, and now we're trying to give her sympathy? What the fuck? This is stupid. God bless America. Orange Cassidy thumbs down because literally it just fell apart. Up next, we had the Country Gentlemen taking on Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch. I still like the Knox-Murdoch team. They're continuing to do that quite well. I have no idea why Tim Storm tagged with Trevor Murdoch in that one show a couple of weeks ago. But guess what? We're just going to have to roll with it. And it was the high-low for Knox and Murdoch to win. Decent-sized little Haas match. Nothing big or special. Nothing uber flashy. They're just there, trying to pick up some sort of momentum to go for the tag titles again. Probably. more than likely. So, Orange Cassidy, thumbs up. And in our main event for the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, we have EC3 taking on Jax Dane. Here's what I really liked about this, because there is a lot to like about this match. This was a fun main event and a good way to end this return to the Robarts nonsense. They have always had some sort of protection with Jax, where it took multiple moves, multiple finishers to essentially beat him. And even then, it was barely beating him. And they did it here. It took 3 1%ers for EC3 to barely win. So EC3 still looks like that I'm defending the honor of this company babyface, but then they still protect Jax Dane, who's like a pseudo babyface, and it really worked. Once again, it's a lot easier when you have experience. EC3 has been in the business for a while. Same thing with Jax Dane. A lot of people don't realize he's been in the business for like 15 years. They knew how to work this match to their advantage, despite them technically both being babyfaces. And in this microcosm of their character, Jax Dane played more of the heel, but he wasn't outright heel-ish. Because after everything, they shook hands and they went off. I like this main event. This is how it's done well. And I'm not harking necessarily on Kenzie or Miss Starr. They tried their best. But doing this kind of match is hard, where both guys are heels or babyfaces. So, once again, they did this a lot easier because of their experience. And I think after a while, they might do the whole Kenzie, Miss Starr thing again, heel, and it might work. And I'm sure these guys probably would have done a better job if it was heel because of their experience. So the match gets a full thumbs up from me. Good title match, felt like a world title match, nobody looked bad, and it just worked for me. Thank Christ we're out of the Robarts. And that was Powerrr. Let me know you thought about not only my review, but NWA Powerrr in the comments down below or right over here next to me. Subscribe or follow the channel depending on where you're watching this. Follow all of my social medias, which will be linked in the bio or in the description. It's a link tree, so go ahead and check it out. And as always, be majestic.